Welcome to the Lose Your Cravings podcast, taking a different approach to a seemingly endless problem with your host, Keysa Amaro, certified integrative health coach. Welcome back, my friends. I'm Keysa Amaro, and I help ambitious women transform their negative body image and obsession with weight into body confidence so that they can show up fully in their life and their career. And if you would like to find out more about me, then head on over to my website at keysaamaro.com. That's KeysaAmaro.com. And while you are there, you can snag my free masterclass on how to stop obsessing about your body. Okay, my friends, on to our topic for this episode. And today I'll be answering the question, what does a healthy diet look like? Such a great question, right? Oftentimes, clients will come to me and just be confused about what to eat. Like they have been through so much. They're like, I don't even know what to eat. They've been on so many diets or followed eating plans, and each diet has its own food to stay away from and their reasoning behind staying away from that food, right? Most diets have I don't know, they have X reason, right? To stay away from fat or to stay away from carbs or dairy or whatever, sugar, whatever the food is. So for example, take the low-fat diet and keto diet. Both have opposite foods that are on the do not eat list. Low-fat diet, obvious in the name, you limit your fat intake. The keto diet, if you're not familiar with that, you eat high amounts of fat and you limit your carbohydrates. But they both claim that their way of eating is healthy and will give you the best results. So confusion goes in the head, right? Especially when you've been on multiple diets and you've taken out different foods and been told valid reasons for why you would want to follow their diet and not eat X food and eat this food, you can get confused, right? Right? So these are just a few comments from my clients that I've gotten from my clients. Things like, I've tried everything and nothing works. I just don't know what to eat anymore. I hear conflicting information about the same food being healthy and not healthy. What's the truth? What should I be eating? Should I be eating this food? And I totally get it. I totally get the confusion. Especially like there is so much information out there, whether it be on social media, the internet, and everyone claims that they have the answer, right? The way to eat in order to lose weight, to have more energy, to get toned, right? Whatever is like pulling you, right? I understand why people come to me confused, not knowing what to eat. So I wanted to clear up some confusion with you today on this episode. I want to give you some clarity on what a healthy diet looks like. So first of all, I want to clarify that when I say the word diet, right, from now on, I am referring to the food you eat. That's it. Just the food you put in your mouth and eat. I'm not talking about a strict way of eating. It's just what I eat on a daily basis, right? And this actually leads me to one aspect, or the first aspect I'm going to talk about of what healthy eating looks like. Okay. A healthy diet is not restrictive. All foods are welcome. Okay. Now, you may have your own preferences and learned what foods work best for you and what foods don't work for you. You choose not to eat certain foods because they don't feel good in your body when you eat them, but you're not forcing yourself to not eat the food, right? So for instance, gluten makes me very tired and gives me digestive issues, so I choose not to eat it in large quantities. I don't tell myself I can't eat gluten because I can. I can eat it if I want, but 99% of the time, I choose not to eat it because of the negative physical response it gives me. Like I know I'm going to want to take a nap and then my digestion is going to be off. And most of the time, I don't want that, or I don't have time for that in my life, right? So a healthy diet allows all foods. Okay. It allows all foods. A healthy diet can be a salad and chicken one day and pizza and ice cream the next. That's totally fine. It has balance of all foods that you want to include in your diet. We're not restricting any particular food, right? Next, a healthy diet doesn't consist of consistent overeating. Now, let me explain this. I did hesitate when I put this on the list of what healthy eating looks like because we all overeat from time to time, right? Like there are definitely times that I overeat and am uncomfortably stuffed. But it's not an everyday occurrence or happening on a daily basis, right? So when I say healthy eating doesn't consist of overeating, right? Of consistent overeating, I'm referring to your relationship with food. If you find that you are consistently overeating or that it affects you emotionally or mentally, then I suggest you get support in this area and start healing your relationship with food. Part of a healthy diet is not only what you put in your mouth, but how we relate to that food. Do you eat emotionally? Do you have massive cravings? Do you overeat constantly? Right? So we're looking at not necessarily what we put in our mouth, but why. Why are we eating this amount or that amount, like, or under eating, right? It could be overeating, it could be under eating, right? So creating a healthy relationship with food is part of healthy eating or a healthy diet. Um, Now, this also includes this idea of good food and bad food. There is no room in a healthy diet for the idea of this food's a good food and this food's a bad food, right? Food is just food. It is calories that we consume, and these calories give us energy. That's it, right? When we look at food as being good or bad, we tend to feel guilty for eating bad food, right? When we feel guilty or shameful, we tend to choose self destructive behaviors like overeating, negative self talk, or over exercising, or even under eating, right? So, a healthy diet also consists of dropping self judgment of what you ate. Okay. This is a hard one, my friends. We can judge ourselves for overeating or having a cookie when we're trying to cut back on sugar. But once again, this self judgment only leads to self destructive behavior like negative self talk, over or under eating, or over exercising. Okay. So, what you can choose instead of self judgment and guilt, because you're like, that's what I always do. So, what am I supposed to do? Um, Instead of choosing self-judgment and guilt, I want you to choose compassion and curiosity for yourself, right? Get curious about, I wonder why I am overeating in the evenings, right? Get curious about that because from that curiosity, we can solve, right? We can problem solve. Maybe you're not eating enough throughout the day and therefore you overeat in the evening, right? Maybe you're not allowing yourself treats, and so you feel really restricted, and then you end up overeating. Okay, so choose curiosity and compassion instead of that guilt and shame, and drop the judgment of what you ate, right? Um, okay, a healthy diet includes all food and choosing foods that serve you and the amount that serves you. Okay. So, really, in conclusion, like a healthy diet includes not only like not restricting and including all foods in healthy amounts, but also having that healthy relationship with food, right? Letting go of judgment, of shame and guilt around your eating, as well as letting go of this idea of good food and bad food. Okay, so it's not just like a healthy diet isn't just about what you put in your body, but it's our perception of food. And it's also our perception of like our body and our self and our confidence. And it's all connected, right? So, my friends, if you need any support in creating a healthy diet for you, then I invite you to book a complimentary discovery session with me. During this call, we will dive into what is holding you back from having a healthy diet, and I'll show you what you can do to reach that healthy diet, to find that balance, to get rid of that guilt and shame, right? To have a healthy relationship with food. Now, I only open a few of these calls up each week. So if you are ready to dive deeper into your relationship with food, then head on over to my show notes, click the calendar link, and book a call with me. Okay, my friends, this is all I have for you today. It's kind of short and sweet. If you like what you heard on this podcast, then I invite you to head on over to iTunes and leave an honest review. This helps us show up higher on the search results, and therefore we can reach and help and support more people just like you. I greatly appreciate it. And join me for my next episode where I share how to make your goals stick so you follow through and make your new habits a lifestyle. Okay, my friends, until next time, bye.